Right guys, just out cruising around on the 650, having a bit of fun. Anyway, I think it's been raining. I think it might rain again. Anyway, it's a good day to be out. This is Pioneer Cemetery. It's one of the oldest ones around here. Just a little place, just for this little local area. I think the first person buried here was back in 1891, which by European standards isn't very old, but for the US that's ancient. Anyway, I thought I'd make a quick video about my new helmet. I've been asked by a couple of people already in the street, where did I get it? Well, it's the Bell MX-9 Adventure. What they're interested in is the mount for the camera. Well, I made it myself. I got two of these helmets. I had to sacrifice one to take off the front plastic bit where the vent is and experiment with it and put it onto here. That's why it's a two-tone, and I figure I like the look of the two-tone, because the original one with this is white, but I think you can get replacement vents for these, so you could buy a vent and mess about with it, or just mess with your own helmet. But I made this video really for Bell helmets, because I think they're missing out. So many people want cameras on the helmets now, and I know you could side mount a camera on this. Nobody wants side mounted cameras, they all want them front dead and center. And I've tried, because of my YouTube channel, I've tried a few different helmets and side mounted. I've tried them on the top, I've tried them under the chin, on the chin, and this is my favorite helmet. It's a great helmet. It's good for road bikes. You can take the peak off, so you can go fast with it if you want. I mean, obviously it's a great dirt bike helmet. You can put goggles on, take the visor off. It's such a good helmet, and it's real comfortable. It is my number one go-to helmet. But the problem is it's the worst helmet as standard to fit a camera to, because you would have to side mount it, and even on the chin here with the other vents, it's awkward for a side mounted chin one, and if you put it on the side here, you're missing half of what you're looking at. So I did this, and I'll tack on the end of this video the process I went through to make it. But what I was thinking was, I looked up at Bell helmets on the internet for their site and read all their small print, because I was going to send them pictures and all that and see if they'd want to develop it, which I'm sure they would, because there's so many people want cameras on the helmets now, not just YouTubers or people that do sports activities and want to capture it. A lot of people now want it for insurance purposes. And where I've got this mounted, I can see now the red flashing light. I know I'm recording. I can change the settings. I can do all that without even taking the helmet off. It's just in the perfect place. It's awesome, and you'll see footage of me riding around. But I figured anyone that's interested in this and doesn't want to go through all the hassle that I had to and sacrificing one of my helmets to do it, is if you want this, because these, like I say, the vent section pops out, and Bell do sell replacements of it. Well, it'd be really easy for them to have one manufactured like this that has a camera mount on it, and they'd sell a shit ton of them. I'm sure they would, around the world, not just in the US. So I figured if you want one, email Bell Helmets. I'll put a link in the description here, so it's easy for you to do. Email them, put a link of this video in there, send it to them and tell them you want to buy one. You know, when are they going to start manufacturing? And Bell Helmets, as like I say, I looked up on their site, and in their small print, as if you send them any ideas, they hold the right to not even acknowledge you and basically copy your idea. Well, I didn't think that was very fair, so that's why I haven't contacted them, because this is my baby. I produced this. It took me days to figure it out in my head and how best to do it, and like I say, I had to sacrifice one of my MX-9 helmets to do it. But Bell, if you're watching this, contact me. Acknowledge that you want to do this, and throw me a free helmet. Sort me out. Be decent. I'm sure you're a decent company. I've always bought you helmets and shit like that. So that's it. That's all I got to say. For you guys that want a helmet that really makes it into the best camera helmet, not just for where you can mount the camera here, but inside there's a hollow area here you can mount a microphone, and it's perfect. It's the best camera setup that I've ever had. Perfect for the microphone in here. Right, well, I'm gonna get riding. So the riding of this video will I'm setting off up the mountains near Lake Hodges, see what I can find. I'll put that in a separate video. And like I say, here comes how I built this. So if you want to watch that and do your own, great, go for it. Alright, catch you later, guys. This is how I take the front piece off. I just stick my finger in the back, into the back corner, and push them out so they're that way. Or use your thumb. My thumb seems to be working better on this one. Takes a bit of persuading. Just be gentle with it though, because they're just plastic. Alright, like I said, it's not a job for the faint-hearted. I used like a half of a wooden peg. You know, the stuff you hang your washing out with, these things. I just split it in half, use it as a little lever, gentle though, and you'll get her out. Just be gentle with it, because you see how they're set off to the sides like that. The bit that I mount the camera to is just a GoPro part. Well, actually it's not even GoPro, it's just a cheap variant, and it comes in two parts, and it's held together by 3 screws. Just take the screws out and that comes off, and I just hit the sides here with a file and a bit of sandpaper or whatever, just to make it fit onto the plastic as best I can, and then I used epoxy to hold it, and it worked perfect.
China is paying tens of millions of dollars. That doesn't seem fair. Donald Trump also says, this is sort of a larger bomb that he drops. He says the Democrats will lose the White House 4 years from now. Trump has not taken the vaccine. Imagine he still has antibodies, but then again, some folks say that only lasts for 3 months. So, Donald Trump should probably even say get vaccinated. I'm not taking this.
Now I will have to see the bolt that goes through here. I'm going to have to drill a hole through this section. I don't believe it will alter the integrity of the helmet whatsoever, because the hole's not going to be big enough to weaken this. But all of this, it remains solid anyway. But that's what I'm going to do. So it'll be held on with these two things here, but also a bolt running through the center. So you got no fear of your camera coming off at all. And I don't believe the bolt will do any damage to you, because this is recessed in here, and that's where I put the microphone in here also. So my vents are sealed shut, which you want anyway, otherwise you're going to get wind noise coming through. So yeah, you sacrifice a bit of ventilation, but on these helmets, these side vents are permanently open, and you got the top vents, so you got a lot of ventilation anyway. And I just crack the visor up if I want more. And I'm in Southern California and it's hot as hell here. and it doesn't bother me. But there you go. I'm going to remove this bolt, put this onto here, drill it, and then put the bolt right through and bolt it up. It's real solid in there. You may not even need the bolt, but I'm going boots and braces. I want to know it's real secure. So I'm putting the bolt in. You do what you want to do to your helmet. I'm putting a $500 camera on there, so I want it secure. That's the type of nut I'm putting on the back. I'm going to Loctite it on there as well. Alright guys, try and shine some light on it. There's the nut on the inside. There's a couple of threads proud of the nut. I may grind that down just to get it flush with the nut, but that's it basically. It's definitely solid in there. think it's pretty perfect actually. So I'm going to put the phone back in. I'm going to set a microphone in there. Microphones work perfect in this area here, really good. And that's it, job done.
Brucey, you are a genuine nice person. I think I work with the semiconductor ETF that I am right here for. Right here for you. I just got the hiccups. Right there. How to use Weeble Desktop 2021. That is my exact setup, and it goes through it in good detail. You're looking to look at ENC. She looks like she's ready to go. ENC. $3.72 on. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong, man. I don't know anything about the company, but the technical setup, 10,000. Look at the freaking, what just caused that? I'll tell you what, we trade sideways the whole day. That's not retail investors dumping it. That's shorting. What is going on, dude? Oh.
Hopefully that'll do. The old John Deere.